This Lincoln Town Car is blowing a little warm. The weather hasn't really hit yet, as the outside is still 76, and we got this programmed for 66 right now. We're going to drop it down even more. We're going to set it up so it's the coldest it can get. We're going to get it on max AC, so that's going to be your AC and interior air vents. And then we're going to see what we got. So let's put the gauges on and see what the pressures are looking like. So for this Lincoln Town Car, they put the information here, what you need to know. 134A, charge level of 32 ounces. Oil is 7 ounces. Obviously, if you don't know what you're doing, this is the disclaimer. Don't do this. Don't attempt it. All I can tell you is you need to be EPA licensed to do this as a business. And if you are a do-it-yourselfer, this guide is for someone who just needs a refresher. Do this at your own risk. Anyway, looks like our low pressure ports here, our high pressure ports here. This already had a diagnosed leak, and it's actually that canister on the bottom. It's very common with these Panther bodies, but it's not leaking terribly bad. It's only been about a year since I bought the car. The previous owner charged it, and it's been fine since. It's a little low, so we're just going to charge it again. I've got all the parts for this repair in here. Even got our PAG oil too. New receiver there, some new lines as well. But we're gonna save that for another day because it's not terrible. So let's hook these gauges up. So these gauges I can get like at Harbor Freight or whatever AC store you use for this stuff, auto store. They're all color coded. The high port is different than the low port, so it's very hard to mismatch these. Okay, good there. On. This is what we got right now. We're gonna open these. I'm sorry, no, keep these closed. We're gonna open our dry charge now. And this is just gonna indicate what we have in the system currently. Oh boy, been a while since I used these. Golly. I actually had that in the wrong position. Or I had that button already. Hence it was hard to go on. Okay. So initially, our high side, it is about 95 pounds. Our low side is 0. So let's give this thing a crank and see what happens. Alright, with the car running, our ports are on. The port is in the open position on the actual valve down here. So we can get our readout up here. Based on this, we are low for sure. The low side's almost not reading. The high side's reading, it's like 100, almost 150 to 130 as it cycles. And it definitely seems like it's short cycling too, so we can hear the AC compressor running down there. We're going to try to put some Freon in this thing, or what do you call it, 134A, and see if that low side moves at all. Alright, so what it appears now, all I've got is the high side closed off, so there's no readout. I've got the low side open down over there, and I've just opened the gate here with a bottle on, so the Freon does not escape. Bottle is sealed. And we do got a low charge. This should be around 40 to 45 for the temperature it is right now, but we're definitely low. What we're going to do is we're going to crack this open a little bit and put it up to our ear and see if we can hear it go in. As you can tell, it is flowing in. I really only have probably about 5 ounces left in this can, so I'm going to let all this go in. This is going to need almost a full charge. Maybe a little more than 5 ounces. What I'm doing now is I'm just tipping the bottle. It's going to need the remainder of this can. I've already used most of this can, so I want to say I got about 7 ounces left in it. And as you're doing this, it honestly, on the low side, it takes a bit longer for the Freon to go in, or the 134A to go in. After a couple minutes, I'm going to just stop and check to make sure that we have a increased pressure reading. Still seems like it's short cycling a bit though. Alright. So the short cycling has stopped. The compressor is running now. It seems pretty constant. We do have a better readout. She's still about halfway full. I do got another can that I hooked up. So right now this can is in the off position. That means that this needle is all the way out. We're going to check the high side and make sure that's got an adequate amount of pressure. Maybe we should probably check it anyway, so go ahead and check that. Let's open. We're going to make sure we're closed here, so that's closed, closed. Alright, let's open her up, see what we got for a readout. Looks about right. She still needs more, so we're gonna pop about half this can in. That should make about, I'd say, 14 ounces that it was missing, more than likely. I do got my black light to figure out where we got leaks, but we'll have to do this in the dark and when the vehicle's not hot. But you would take this black light and run it along these lines, and you would see this luminescent green on any components that are leaking. For video's sake, we will show you when this vehicle is cooled down. That canister down there is leaking, but it's too hot right now to get on there. So we'll do a nice sweep of this vehicle after we fill it up. I still have all the parts kitted, ready to go. But like I said, it's been a year and it actually started to get kind of weak, so not bad really for a used car. So we're gonna go ahead and put some more in here. We'll get a temperature probe for our vents and we will measure the temperature coming out. We're looking for about 54 degrees is our goal. It's getting there. So here is our probe that I'm going to use. This is a retired probe I got. Should turn on once I open it. I know that doing this one hand is probably not the best, but okay. So we're gonna stick this in here. And we're getting there. I believe we're in probe mode. Yep, probe mode. Let's stick on the display. Yeah, we're getting close to our target. 55.6, so I'll check the pressures now. Alright, so what we have right now, I'd say about 14, 15 ounces in. This is what our gauges look like. When that compressor comes on, we're about 30. So, and we're at 200 when the compressor comes on right now. So we still need more, I believe, but for what it is, we're going to let it ride. I don't want to overcharge it, because as it gets hotter, we're going to get more reliable readout on the pressures. But right now, we're looking at 51 degrees is a good target. Good. This one's alright. She's done. We'll probably have to fix these components after, say, after the summer. So this is pretty cool stuff. We'll go ahead, we'll hit the lights. And we'll see what we have. So these are your ports for the AC system. So nothing leaking there. Take a look at the front radiator. Now there will be, I guess you could say, a separate radiator for your AC unit. That's usually the first one. I don't see any sign of anything leaking. Take a look at the side. Now you can see some residue that creeped out. See how it's different? Kind of just becomes green. That's what we're looking for. The canister that I do know is leaking is down here, and it's at the bottom of this canister. It's very common for these town cars and Panther body platform where they leak like that. Let's take a peek under here. So if you can see, to the bottom of this can, that's where our leak is. And that's just corrosion. So from the years of age of this car, the salt from winters, general corrosion, and this foam cover that's on there captured all the salt and caused it to leak here. So that's our problem. It looks like that's pretty much it. If we look at the compressor over here, we just see overspray on the compressor from it leaking by, but I don't see anything leaking out of the compressor nose. So that's really good. All right, that's a win for us. All right, so we know what we got ahead of us. You know, the gas injection we did will more than likely last the season, and we'll be okay. If not, we'll let it run almost empty and replace that canister along with the lines. So, pretty cool.